that year was definitely rough. The weight cut was definitely rough, and so I was battling the scale a lot of the year,
Yeah.
and so just I had a lot of people that year helping me out, like I had people helping me out with my weight, helping me out with my wrestling, and it was like I hadn't won a state championship yet, and so that year like I went in and I'm seeing them. I'm supposed to win, and but just going out and like actually doing it was one of the biggest deals in my life,
Yeah.
and that was the last year that me, Logan, and Piper were all in high school together because
Right.
Logan was coming up here, and so I would say that was one of the best years, uh, wrestling wise.
Cy Fowler hails from Cleveland, Tennessee. With 6 siblings in total, Cy's family started to get into wrestling. He ended high school as a 4-time place winner and 2-time state champ for Cleveland High School, while winning 4 state titles as a team. Cy's freshman season at the Air Force Academy just came to a close. While it was an excellent year for his growth, that has only fed into his hunger to get better. I'm Kelby Bachman, and this is Let's Talk Wrestling.
In the heart of West Union, Iowa, lies a hidden gem in Euphoria Coffee. Owned by local residents Nicole and Shane Havenstreit, they source everything they can from local vendors. From hot and iced drinks, to savory breakfast burritos, to baked goods, to botany tea, and even homemade waffles, Euphoria Coffee is a place your entire family can enjoy. You can find more information at drinkeuphoriacoffee2go.com or visit their Facebook page. And we also have a special gift just for you. Next time you stop in, you can get a free baked good with a $20 purchase. Just mention the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. Euphoria Coffee. Our purpose is deeper than coffee. So what's up?
What's up?
What's going on today?
I was walking around with a recruit today.
Oh, you were on the visit with him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I took him to one of my classes, so I had 2 classes, and then
What classes?
I had physics in the morning.
Okay.
Then I had my German class, and then I went and picked up the recruit that was with Coach Heilman.
Yeah.
And then we went to calc class together. Yep.
Hey, that's one way to get a recruit to not come here is take them to calculus.
Yeah, and Rylan actually couldn't bring his recruit to his class.
He couldn't?
He was taking a GR, an exam.
What's a GR? What's that stand for?
Graded review.
Okay.
So those are the main. I'd say that's what makes up most of our grades here. Most of them are
like 60% of your grade is the GR or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah, some sort of ratio.
Yeah.
Like that, and so they're pretty big. Majority of your grade, and so he couldn't bring his recruit into class. So his recruit actually came to my class too.
So you had 2 recruits.
Yeah. So we had.
So we're not getting those. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Well,
no. Pick up the calc.
I'm sorry. I tried my best to keep it entertaining.
Is it just calc? Or is it like calc 1 or like calc 2?
It's calc 2.
Calc 2.
Yeah. So I had calc 1 last semester. Calc 2's this semester. I'm not doing calc 3.
No, why? Why do you have to do calc 1 and 2? Is
so
it for your major?
It's required for everybody. So
really,
everybody has I'd say core classes they have to do, and so I mean I think everyone how they do it here. Everybody will graduate with the bachelor's of science, and so whatever that we have, there's quite a few core classes that everybody has to take in order to graduate. And
that's wild. Everybody
here takes calc 1, calc 2, a language.
Even if you have 4 years of high school.
Even if you have 4, you can validate classes. Okay. So say you validate, say you took calc 1 and calc 2 and you did good on the AP exams, or say you took AP calculus. Yeah. You could validate it and then go into higher math, but I do not validate.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to learn a lot about, like, I know I've been here for a little while, but like these are questions that like I just kind of nod my head and go, oh yeah, we had a GR today. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna learn.
Yeah.
But no, this will be good. All right. So have you declared a major yet?
I have. I declared management a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that.
A couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Why management?
I was looking at the other majors. I wasn't really passionate about like a lot of people here go STEM. And
what's that?
So like science-based class, like engineering majors. There's like EC, like computer stuff, and
like computer science.
Yeah, like
We have a
computer.
couple of computer science guys on our
We
team.
do.
Okay.
I think JJ's.
Okay. Is
computer-
Soren?
He's ECE, which is
Okay.
some computer stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah. It's his
Yeah.
birthday today. Happy birthday,
His
Soren.
birthday, 21 years old.
Zog.
His birthday.
Zogalicious. What other names do they have for him?
The Zog.
Zog. The Zog.
The
Yeah.
Zog. I don't know. Yeah.
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 Anyway. Okay. So you're a freshman here.
Yes.
Did you go prep?
I did not go prep.
You did not go prep.
I came directly from high school, so I had graduated my senior year. I had a little bit of summer off, and then came for basic cadet training in June.
Did you always want to come to the academy?
You know, if I'm being completely honest,
Yes. Please be completely honest.
I didn't know about the academy until probably my sophomore and juniors. Whenever I think Logan, my brother, was looking at it, and at first I was like, what is that? And I don't think I'd ever heard of any of the service academies.
Yeah.
And so I came on my first. I took an unofficial visit and an official visit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many. And I looked at it, I was like, holy cow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I talked to the coaches and stuff, and like I came to the academy, and like the people were talking to me, and I was like, seems like a pretty good deal. You know? So, and I get to wrestle, and I get to get paid.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah,
it's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah. You know, when we did the black and I think the black and blue is what it's called, right? Like, and I was going around talking to people. I was a little bit surprised at how many people said they never even considered a service academy. You know, like they were just like, no, no one in their family was really involved. So like, is anyone in your family served in the military or like?
So actually for me, Logan's really the first one, which he's a song. He's 1 year ahead of me. And so like it's kind of like a introduction. Like he decided to come here, and so it's definitely on my list. I mean, like I had my grandfather was drafted.
Right.
I mean, like
Right.
I don't have any direct family members in the military, so I mean I didn't really know what the military. I mean, what it entailed. Like, of course, you hear about it. So it's honestly a big change for like coming here. A lot of stuff that I didn't know. There's not a lot of stuff I didn't know before I came here.
Like what?
Not
that we're gonna like make this a recruiting podcast, but like maybe if if we slightly talk about it, you know. But I'm even curious because like I said, I've only been here like 6 months, and this is all new to me too, and I don't know anything about it really. So like, you know.
So I would say the first thing. So, of course, you come here. First day you come here is I Day. It's the start of basic cadet training.
What's I? What's the I? Like, does it stand for something?
You know, that's a great question. Maybe an introduction day.
Okay.
I don't know.
I Day. Okay.
I Day. It's just called I Day.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of surprises first come. I mean, of course you think, of course you know before you come here, it's like it's not supposed to be easy. I mean, maybe you get yelled at like you do what military stuff, but what is that?
Right.
And so as you come here, you go through all the processing stuff and like fill out a bunch of paperwork, whatever. You've already filled out a lot of stuff. And then like it starts and like people you like walk on and it's called the footsteps. You step on the footsteps and people are yelling at you. You're like, you can only respond in 7 ways. There's like a lot of.
I said that with me. Like if a dog, like what was it? You who said that? Who asked me that? Like if I barked at you, what would you do or something like that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait, what was it? I think Jack was talking about it. If I say bark, you say how loud, sir.
Yeah. If I say bark, what do you do? And I like barked at you, and you were like, oh.
I mean, yeah, you're trying. I mean, kind of that mentality. Honestly, if I say bark, you say how loud.
Yeah.
But especially at the academy, like you have. So the way our basic training works is we have like other cadets. Like so, I mean, like a lot of the guys this summer will do that. Like they'll be in charge of a bunch of the 20, 30-years coming in. And so for me, basic cadet training it's a lot of it's a lot long. It feels super long. I mean, I think it's 6 weeks, and like you don't realize before you come here how long that is. Just waking up at like 5:30 in the morning every morning.
Yeah.
Just like it's not a pleasant wake up either. I mean,
It's not.
bang on your doors,
Really?
yell at you, get dressed. You have like 2 minutes
Yeah.
to shave, brush your teeth, go to the bathroom. So
Yeah.
um, a lot of that stuff.
Hey,
What's
how's
up?
it going?
Great.
Um, Chris just texted me. He says, is he here teaching? Do you know?
He's.
Oh, are you guys doing an interview?
Ah, you're
Oh
good.
no, it's fine. He's taking around
Recruits. Yeah, we have recruits here.
Back. I thought he wanted to talk to me. I'm like,
Oh, I mean, maybe.
I'll text him back. I thought
Yeah,
maybe
there you go.
if you knew where he's not teaching.
They were at Clune the last I knew, but it's.
We just dropped them off at like the registrar.
Okay.
It's like up on the hill.
Sorry about that.
No, you're
Yeah,
good.
no problem.
You're good.
Yeah.
That's why I do this pre-recorded. So,
Perfect.
and if you say anything stupid,
You just edit it out.
yeah, yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
So I can just say anything without worrying.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Take it out of context.
pretty much.
You still have that recording of me in practice?
Like falling over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I don't know if you actually got that. I mean, I've never.
Yes, I got it. Yes,
Hmm.
it's somewhere. But yeah, I got it definitely.
Okay.
So random.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. That just popped in my mind. Anyways, yeah. So, I'd say that's a big shift. I mean, you're going from, I mean, at least me, like I was wrestling 2 workouts a day for wrestling, and you go to basic cadet training. It's like it's all just.
Do you wrestle at all during that time?
There's like 6 or 7 times when you come down in the morning. It's called a IC breakout. So all the sports are able to come down, and you basically like you get to practice.
Okay.
And so we do. It was Tucker who would meet us down here.
Yeah.
And he'd like run our practice, and Coach Barber would be down here.
Yeah.
And so we get a little bit of wrestling in. Before we come, we drop off a wrestling bag, and so I did some candy in there. Eat some candy.
Yeah.
And then talk to the guys. It's a good way to, just kind of chill out for a second.
And like, I'm also wondering, okay, you're coming down here to wrestle, but you're probably already drained from like doing basic and all this stuff. Like, I mean, how productive is one of those practices? I'm just trying to put myself in your shoes and be like,
I would say for sure it's a good way. It's more of a chill practice. Like they're not trying to practice. Sometimes it's like you come down here, I don't really want to wrestle. I just want to lay down, take a power nap.
Yeah.
But we definitely got some drills in. Tucker put us through some stuff. Coach Barber definitely wants us wrestling, doesn't want us to lose it. So
right.
It's a one of the better times of basic.
Yeah. Before that, like we haven't really gotten a backstory. So you are from Cleveland, Tennessee. Cleveland, and where is that in Tennessee? Like, is it near like Memphis, Knoxville?
It's like East
Nashville.
It's East Tennessee, by Chattanooga. If you know where it is, I'm like 30 minutes from Chattanooga.
Okay.
It's like southeast, so it's closer to that Georgia region too.
Okay.
Like we're pretty close to Georgia. We wrestled some guys down there. Like we wrestled Bradley Patterson's team. He's at prep school. Yeah, Camden County. We wrestled them a lot. It's honestly that area is actually it's a weird spot for us. It's like it's a pretty good wrestling spot in the middle of Tennessee.
Really?
Tennessee overall isn't the strongest at wrestling. I mean, obviously it's gotten way better over the past few years, but we got a little good thing going down there, Chattanooga, Cleveland area.
That was actually one of my questions. Was like, I'd have to think. I don't know if I've had anybody on from Tennessee. I could be wrong, but it may have been like 1 or 2. But anyway, I just want to know what wrestling in the state of Tennessee is like. Being from Iowa, I lived in Nebraska. Now I'm out here like Minnesota. We know about those, Illinois, but Tennessee is not one that we generally hear about. So like,
yeah. So Tennessee, wrestling is definitely not a mainstream sport.
Yeah.
It's not something you grow up really hearing much about or watching or anything. I mean, of course you watch football, basketball, baseball,
right?
Big sports. Football is really big in Tennessee.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning or whatever.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was lucky enough to have I had 2 older brothers who wrestled. And
who's the other one? Because you're one of 7, right? You got 6 siblings.
Yes.
And I don't know all of them, but there's Logan, Adelaide, Rec,
Rec. Yep.
yourself,
Logan.
and did I say Logan?
Oh, I don't know if he said Logan.
Okay, Logan, Rec, Adelaide, and yourself.
And then I have a twin sister,
Piper.
Piper. She's also a
Okay.
wrestler.
Yep. There's 5. Okay.
And then
Well, she's your twin.
she is my twin.
Okay.
Yes. Born the same day.
I would assume so if you're twins, right?
Yeah. All right.
But then you got Piper, and then who else? There's 2 more.
So then we have Mia.
Mia. Yeah.
And then Landon.
Landon. Okay. And so you had 2 older brothers that wrestled. So Logan obviously is one, and who's the other one?
Landon.
Landon
So
wrestled too. Why?
Yeah.
How did they get into it?
So, well, actually, I guess it goes back even further. My father also wrestled.
Okay.
I think he just wrestled in high school. Wasn't like super big in wrestling. I mean, he wrestled, I think all of these years in high school.
Are they from Tennessee too?
Yeah. So both my parents are from Tennessee.
Cleveland or?
No, from Oakland. It's like Middle Tennessee.
Okay. Does Tennessee not have any like other city names besides like, cities that are in other states? I mean, you got Cleveland, and Oakland. Like,
well, I mean,
how original, right?
Nashville. I mean, I think that Cleveland, Tennessee is like the Cleveland, but
True.
I mean, you can argue me about that any day.
But you're gonna lose that argument.
Yeah, so
you're gonna win the argument. I'm saying other people are gonna lose it if they argue with you. But anyway, so your mom is from Oakland.
They both went to. Actually, so that's it. The city is called Murfreesboro, which is actually where I was born and grew up. Murfreesboro. So that's Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
It's a growing city. It's right there next to Nashville.
Okay.
So that area, those are both my parents are. My mom's from Nashville. She was like born and raised in Nashville. My dad's from Murfreesboro, and they met in high school in Murfreesboro and Oakland, wherever.
Yeah.
And my mom was actually the wrestling manager. My dad wrestled.
Ah, okay.
And so they met in high school and then got married after high school. Yeah. High school sweethearts.
Yeah.
And so they both wrestled. My mom's siblings wrestled too.
Okay.
And so and then my oldest brother Landon, he started off wrestling, and then Logan wrestled, and then I got into wrestling, and then my sister got into wrestling, which and then we have my little brother who started up wrestling.
Nice. Okay. Dang. So you were born in Murfreesboro, right?
Yes.
Is that what you just said?
Yes.
What is that where like Logan and Landon were also born?
Yes, they were also. Yes, we all were born in Murfreesboro. All 7 of us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So then when did you move to Cleveland?
I moved to Cleveland my 7th grade year.
Okay.
So I wrestled for Cleveland my 7th and 8th grade year, and then all of high school.
Okay. Why'd you move to Cleveland?
It was for my mom's job.
Okay.
She has a job, and it was better for located in Chattanooga so she could go into the office.
Oh, so she worked in Chattanooga, but you guys moved to Cleveland. Why didn't you move to Chattanooga?
Just like 30 minutes. Chattanooga, I mean, it's a bigger city. Cleveland's a nice area.
How big is Cleveland?
It's a great question. It's decently big. It's not like I wouldn't say it's a small town, but it's a decent size.
Okay. So like, I mean, are we talking like 100,000 or like?
I'd say around 100,000.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I just didn't know like geographically,
Maybe
just
more or less.
like I'm trying to picture like, okay, how big is this to see like what the wrestling is like even in Cleveland, the city?
Mhm.
Like, is that even a big?
Actually, yeah. So we have, I mean, in that area, so there's 3 high schools in that area, or in the Cleveland city.
Yeah.
So we have Cleveland High School, which is where I'm from.
Okay.
Which they just won their 9th title in a row.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 9th
in a row.
In a row. I think working on like 27 total, or whatever. And then like our crosstown rivals, wherever Bradley Central High School. They were a powerhouse in Tennessee for a while, so like all the top schools were kind of honestly in that one area.
Okay.
There's some other schools kind of around, but yeah, there's for sure a strong area.
Yeah. And so who were you like growing up in Tennessee? I mean, who were you looking up to as people you wanted to emulate your wrestling after? Did you even have like a wrestling hero?
I mean, so that's actually crazy bringing it up. A lot of the time, I mean, if I'm just being honest, like I looked up a lot to like my like older brothers. Like if I just before I really even knew like knew any wrestlers or anything, like I'd follow them. My dad was like my coach for a while before. I mean, in that area. And then I'd say like I started like watching like the NCAA's when I got a little bit older, and I'd like watch those guys. I don't know, I know these guys actually aren't old, but like whenever I like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time is Trent Headley.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah, and he's actually not that, I mean he's not old at all, but
Oh, no. I mean, he's
yeah,
not that much older than you.
yeah, no, like I
But
was I yeah,
but
exactly.
still, like I remember growing up and looking up to people, like TJ Seabolt. He's not that much older than me, but like watching him wrestle, like he was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So and Hidley, the way he won that world title. I look up to him too.
No,
Who's
I was
older than
watching.
him?
I was like watching him in high school, and I was like, shoot, man, I want to be like him. And so, I mean, that's just one name that comes to mind, but
Yeah.
not a lot of. I would say there wasn't a lot of like Tennessee guys that I was like looking up to. I mean, that were really competing on a really high level.
Right.
I
That's why I
mean,
asked the question is like being from Iowa, like, we had plenty. We
yeah,
had plenty of guys. If you're from Minnesota, like when you're from those cities or states that have these high performing wrestlers, like you have people right there that you can look up to. But Tennessee, yeah, is a little different. But looking up to your brother and Trent Hidley, like
yeah,
makes sense. Like,
yeah. And there's also, I mean, like, I mean, Scotty and Nick Boykin, like
yeah.
they were. I actually kind of grew up around them.
Scotty was at Chattanooga for a little bit, wasn't
He
he?
was, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And then like Nick, in which they've gone on. Nick has had a good career. I think he's a big Greco guy now.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think Scotty was here for a little bit. He's actually, when I was getting recruited, he was here too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, that helped a little bit. Like just knowing like Tennessee guys are out there. Like, I mean, yeah,
Have you ever thought of it from the reverse side? Now you're the Tennessee guy that's wrestling Division 1, and like kids are might be kind of looking at it from little Cy Fowler, being like, "Hey, remember those Fowler boys? Gosh, they were so good. I looked up to them." Like, have you ever thought about that?
that's crazy. I honestly don't really think about it that much. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, like think about Scotty Boykin. If we went up to Scotty Boykin and said, "Hey, there was some Cy Fowler kind of looked up to you," you'd be like, "What? Really?" I mean, I'm sure probably happening right now.
yeah, no. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, I know. Oh wow, that's a
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
we were with Phil Kornichuk, Phil. And that was something he said was, and I think it was in this book I'm reading too, that like anybody could be a hero, or anybody can be looked up to you. You could like it doesn't matter who they are, you can look up to anybody. So just saying.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, yeah. I love going back and like I always go back to the room. I mean,
Oh,
like
you do you like go wrestle at the high school and all that
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, yeah. So like which just had spring break, and I went did a couple workouts with a lot of the high schoolers were leaving to go to NHSCA's.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you
Yeah.
go to that?
No, I mean I had to come back here
Well, I'm
before.
saying, did you ever go? Did
Oh
you
yes,
did
yes,
it?
I did. I think I got fifth one year and maybe third one year.
Nice.
I honestly don't remember. I
Yeah.
was
Do you go back to your
14.
club at all? Like, what club did you wrestle for?
Yeah, so actually that's the crazy part. Something that I would say about Cleveland is so um really that's the same thing. My high school team, my club, like I know how like some people like they have a club they go to, then they have their high school practice that they go to.
Right.
And it's kind of the same with Cleveland, but everything from kindergarten to 12th grade,
Yeah.
like you're all in the same room.
Gotcha. So
You grow up,
basically, it's like a feeder program, essentially. Like you have
yeah,
your
yeah.
elementary. Okay.
And that's partly why I would say Cleveland's so good and has been able to
100%.
maintain like uh this the status is like, I mean, they're the best wrestling program in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And they've been the best program in Tennessee for the past 10 years,
Yeah.
And so like what you do, like the high school team, like we have beginner season, and a lot of the high school guys will go and coach the beginners, and like we have beginners practice like
Oh, really?
literally like like 6 years old.
You guys will go coach them?
Yeah, and so we'd go like after practice, they'd do like Mondays and Wednesdays and or whatever, and so a lot of the high school guys would go and coach them, and it's like kids starting at like 6 years old,
Yeah.
and they're wrestling on the same mats as the high school wrestled on a couple hours
That's pretty
before,
neat.
and so and it's the same coaches. Like I mean, we have Coach Boskin, in which he's kind of he kind of does it all. Like he coaches all the little kids. I mean he started the girls team
Mm-hmm.
with my sister, and I mean they've become a powerhouse already. And
Yeah.
they came from like nothing. I mean they just picked out a bunch of girls from the high school and just had him, and
Yeah.
like they placed third their first year, and then they've won it. I mean past couple years. I mean, and so like everyone, the middle school guys, the elementary guys, the high school guys are all resting in the same building with the same coaches. All the coaches know each other, like the middle school coaches and the high school coaches, and everyone's like, it's like
Yeah.
one Cleveland, and it's not like a bunch of separate like clubs.
And I can't like I'm trying to imagine being a 6-year-old or 7-year-old and having the high school kids like, gosh, you look up they're like gods. You know, when you're 7 or 6 and you're like, holy cow, look at this Cy Fowler, state champ, coming to coach me. Like, again, you know, when you're 6, you think they're just like gods. And so that helps keep people in the program and like excited that they're wrestling with guys that they look up to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for me, like going back and like coaching those beginner kids, I look at the kids and I'm like, wow, these kids are gonna be way better than me. I'm like these kids are already like doing stuff I should have been, learning.
When did you start wrestling then?
I started when I was pretty much when I was 4.
Okay.
I started young. I mean, I grew up in the Murfreesboro area, and so like I grew up. My dad was my coach for a little bit. We had I wrestled with we actually started like my dad kind of started we wrestled for Eagle for a little bit,
Okay.
like I guess like first grade, like
Yeah.
way back, and then I ended up going to like Blackman Middle School, which is that's another pretty good school in
Yeah.
Tennessee. And then we moved to Cleveland in my middle school year. So, I mean, growing up, I had a lot of guys. We would actually come up to Cleveland a lot, like growing up, like even in growing up in being in the Blackman,
Yeah.
Middle Tennessee area, we'd come to Cleveland a lot for wrestling camps with Coach Boskin.
How far was that drive?
About 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
It's 2 or 3 hour
Yeah.
drive. Because they had great camps. They had people like Cody Chittum
Yeah.
and I mean all those guys came from that area. I mean,
Yeah.
went through that program with Coach Boskin and all the other great coaches.
Were you growing up when like Brands was the coach at Chattanooga? Oh no, you might have been too young.
I think that's too young.
Yeah, because Brands was there in like, I don't know, 06 or something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It would
Now
been
I'm thinking about
that
it.
would have been before my time. I was
Yeah.
born in 07,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I
Never mind. Yeah, that's before your time, definitely.
yeah.
Dang, I got kind of excited. I was like, man, what would that have been like? But um, so was it difficult to move from Murfreesboro to Cleveland when you were, in 7th grade? I mean that.
I mean honestly, I would say, I mean of course I was leaving behind some friends at school and
Yeah, of
stuff, and
course.
like the wrestlers. I honestly think it was a great move. I mean, I didn't have trouble really adjusting or anything.
Okay.
Like we came there and Coach Boskin and everyone on the middle school team was pretty easy to just get into it. Like
Yeah.
we'd went straight into wrestling practice and club, and everyone was pretty open. Like we'd go to middle school, we'd have morning practice with all the middle school guys,
Yeah.
and then Coach Boskin would all drive us in his white van to middle school, and we'd all hop out of the big
Yeah.
white van. And so, I mean,
That's not sketchy at all.
no, it's not.
Bunch of kids running out of a middle of a white panel van. Okay.
Yeah. So after morning practice, you get us like McDonald's or something. And so, uh, I mean, that was honestly, I think it was a great adjustment, and
Yeah.
I think honestly that's what helped my wrestling so much is just, uh, I mean, I had success as a kid before I moved to Cleveland too, but I wouldn't say I wasn't really good at wrestling until I moved to Cleveland and I um, went through that program.
Yeah. Can you wrestle in high school in 7th and 8th grade, or do you have to be a 9th grader?
You have to be a ninth grader
Okay.
for public big school. So like this Tennessee's 3 divisions.
Okay.
We have it's basically small school, big school, and then private school.
Okay.
Yep. So
Interesting.
if you have a certain number of students
Yeah.
above the number, you're a big school,
Yeah.
and uh, the small schools are able to you're able to wrestle in like I think seventh and eighth grade in high school and go to high school state
Okay.
or whatever. Like I knew some guys like we grew up in I said Eagleville for a little bit and knew some guys from there who wrestled at the high school tournament.
Which makes sense. You probably need you probably need them to fill the weights. So
Yeah, exactly.
interesting. I kind of like that model. Like, I mean, just even thinking back to Iowa, like a lot of people there's clamoring for, maybe go to two divisions or a model like that where it's small school, large school, private school, because um they're kind of beating up on some teams. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's I honestly I think it's a great model too. I mean, it keeps it probably most fair. I mean, like small school kids just don't have as many kids, so it's hard to get more kids. I mean, the more kids you have, the more likely you are to have
Sure.
kids to fill a team, and then obviously like with the private school, you can technically recruit guys,
Yes,
and so I mean we would always beat the private school guys, but
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
No, because I'm just trying to even think of other states that do that, and I'm sure there are, but the surrounding states that I'm used to don't. It's just, based on your enrollment is what class you fall into.
Yep.
So, you know, yeah, I like that model.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider like going across to Georgia or, you know, did that ever cross your mind? I mean, or was Georgia pretty much an equal state wrestling school wise compared to Tennessee?
Like to compete.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Or to get more exposure
I would
or
say
anything like
so.
that.
On the high school team, like the way we make our schedule is we actually travel a lot of out of state.
Really?
So we do go down to Georgia quite a bit. We
You have a
rep.
mileage rule, did you know?
So no, we're not. I know was it some states you can only like wrestle.
Iowa.
You can only wrestle states like connected to your state or whatever. Or is it?
You get like 350 miles or something like that. So like technically Iowa, like we couldn't or they couldn't take anyone to, I don't know, like Super 32 or something like that. Like
Okay.
or maybe it's not Super 32 or Ironman, I think whatever it is. Um, but Nebraska could. So like Nebraska had some kids go wrestle there. But Iowa could not do that because it's too far away.
Yeah, so there's no mileage rule for Tennessee.
Okay.
So like a lot of our schedule, like we go down to Georgia wrestle like with Camden County and stuff. It's a pretty good program. And then we'd go to the Kearney in Indiana, like that Crown Point run.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
That tournament. We go to quite a bit, and then we usually try to make a trip to Powerade. Uh, another big trip.
Yeah.
And then so like we'll do that early on in the season.
Yeah.
And then towards late in the season we get our duels with our like our region duels.
Where's your state held at? Your tournament?
It's held in Franklin, Tennessee, which is closer to Middle Tennessee. It's actually held in like an auction
Really?
room. It's like a cattle or like a animal auction place.
Really?
Like they put it's actually like dirt floors and they put a big rug over top the dirt floors.
Really?
And then like
So it's not in like a nice-ish arena or anything?
well, I mean, it is kind of an arena. It's a pretty big arena, but no, it's like it's a one of the more interesting state tournament locations, I would say. So it's like in a big like auction cattle ring, and I mean, you can fit probably like 8 or 10 mats, in there. So,
Okay.
I mean, whatever it takes, and usually,
Cool.
I mean, actually in the past, like I'd say my freshman sophomore year, like they'd have all three divisions wrestling there like basically at the same time. So like small school, big school, and private school. But I think they recently, like my senior year, maybe junior year, the private school has a separate place now where they go do
Oh,
theirs.
of course they do.
Yeah, go do their state. And
Of
then
course.
small school and big school, like you can go there and watch both divisions and
Are they wrestling at the same time?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
they'll announce like for finals, they'll announce at the same time. Everyone will walk out and like, oh, the 2A and 1A state finals, and boom boom.
Nice.
And the girl and girls is there too at the same time.
Yeah.
So
When did you start to then find some success for wrestling? You said it didn't take until you went to Cleveland, but so
Well, I mean, I had some success in AAU.
Like what?
I mean, I won like the the taught heavyweight state champion, and like
The heavyweight?
I was like a taught heavyweight,
You were
which
a big
like
kid?
75 pounds.
Okay.
I was always a chubbier kid.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, no, I was
I'm still
chubby.
chubby, but
I didn't I wouldn't say I started to like not be chubby until actually it was 7th grade year when I kind of got a little bit taller
me
and
too. Yeah.
a little bit skinnier, and I wrestled like 115 for middle school, and so I always had uh, I would say like real success started in middle school.
Mhm.
In my 7th grade year, I mean didn't really have any. I went to some, I guess in the state there wasn't not much competition in state, like in middle school, or I mean it's hard even in high school. I mean a lot of the good guys are in the same area or like on the same team, but I mean there's I would say overall Tennessee isn't the strongest state, but it does have some like powerhouse like
Sure.
I mean it's like the Year Chucks, Cleveland area, Chattanooga,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And so I guess what I'm gathering is like you were having results based success in terms of like you were winning and getting awards but you weren't probably a super talented wrestler at that time.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So then when did you start to feel like you started to get wrestling good, or you know what I mean, like where you started to figure out to become a better wrestler rather than just winning brackets that had two or three kids in it?
So yeah, I mean it started with um I think it really started maybe early on in my high school career. I mean, I had success a little bit in the middle school, like on the national level. We go to some national tournaments. I placed decently well, and then so like once we got into high school, we always did. I mean, like I said, we traveled a lot out of state and stuff.
Where'd
And
you find these tournaments? Like, did your dad find them? Like, you know, it didn't take. It took until probably seventh or eighth grade when my dad finally we went to Tulsa. But we didn't know any better. You don't know what you don't
yeah,
know, kind of thing. So, like, how did you find these tournaments that, like, hey, we should go to this national tournament?
so I mean, what I would say is another thing like Cleveland does super well is they take a bunch of kids to these tournaments. I mean, like you go,
Cleveland
um,
does.
yeah. So
Okay.
like it's like under. I mean, uh, like I guess the coaches recommend it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're a lot of the kids, like all the elementary kids, a lot of them go to Tulsa. A
Yeah.
lot of them, a lot of them go to these big tournaments, and it's like, uh, I'd say they do a pretty good job at just knowing what tournaments to go to as a kid to like get the most experience
Yeah.
and wrestle the best guys in the country.
Yeah.
And so like we always go to like in elementary school, middle school, Tulsa.
Yeah.
I mean, like Super 32, whatever. All those tournaments.
You guys went to Super 3 too?
I would say less go to Super 32, but they
Of
still
course,
bring.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, still bring a bunch of kids. I mean, yeah, they even if the kids like not you know necessarily ready for it, they usually do a pretty good job at just bringing kids to get the experience. Just
Yeah.
like I would say, and of course, like my parents were very supportive
Right.
of everything. We traveled a lot even before moving to Cleveland and stuff. But just I'd say Cleveland does a really good job at just having as many kids as possible go to these big tournaments.
Yeah.
And then so once you get to high school, like your schedule, we have a pretty tough schedule. I mean, we at between December and like January, we go to like a bunch of tough tournaments. I mean, and Michigan like knockout. We go to that one in Florida. We go to
Oh,
Powerade.
cool.
We go to I mean, we go to that Carney in Indiana,
Yeah.
and like those are all within like a couple weeks of each other, like that long.
It's a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
How
So
did you balance school?
uh
I mean, I know it's high school, but still, you still got to stay on top of classes.
yeah, I would say the teachers were pretty good. I mean, at just being I mean, everyone in the school, like wrestling is probably the most successful sport at Cleveland High School.
Yeah.
So I would say as opposed to a lot of other schools in Tennessee, like we got some pretty good support like from the admin side of,
Yeah.
of the school. And so like um it wasn't too hard, and the teachers were very very open. If we had to leave on like a Thursday, like oh yeah, just make this up, like
Yeah.
whatever. We didn't have to do a ton of schoolwork on the road. I mean, just
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you have you just listed off of like quite a few places. Did you have one that you circled on your calendar as one that you really like to go? Whether it was like because the trip was awesome, the location was awesome, or the wrestling was awesome. Like, was there one tournament that stuck out to you that you were like, yeah, I can't wait to go there?
I would always say Powerade was a fun one
Really?
to go to.
Why is that?
It's up in like PA. It's like some of the toughest competition we go to
Yeah.
all year, and it's a good experience to like see. I mean, a bunch of top wrestlers are going to that, and
Yeah.
it's a good indicator of where you're at. I mean, uh, it's an opportunity to also get some
Yep.
publicity.
Yep.
Yeah, so and you
Publicity. Publicity.
publicity.
Publicity.
A good way to get some publicity.
We'll work on it.
All right, we'll work on it. And like an opportunity to beat some guys,
Sure.
that get that um publicity.
Yeah. Well, it's just nice to get your name out there. Like you said, Tennessee isn't particularly known for wrestling per se. So, like, when you go somewhere and you start to beat some of these kids that have the publicity, that gives you, I start to turn to you a little bit like, hey, and they start to pay attention a little closer to Tennessee or to Cleveland, Tennessee specifically, and the Fowlers or whoever's on the team. So, that's smart on your coach's
Mm-hmm.
perspective to go to some of these tournaments,
Yeah,
because you're not gonna get looks if you're just staying in Tennessee because just unfortunately the way the sport is in Tennessee. So
exactly. I mean, I think that's what they do a great job at getting our name out there, and it's why I mean I don't even know how many. We've had quite a few
Yeah.
guys, move on to wrestling beyond high school,
Yeah.
and so it's a great way to, just I mean, they do a great job at setting you up for success in the
right,
future.
yeah. Um, what was your goal going into high school? You know, I try to I kind of ask this question a little bit because it sounds kind of silly, but like some kids, they don't really know. They're like, oh, I just want to be I just want to make varsity, or I just want to get to state. Like the goals kind of vary with the people I talk to. So I was just curious where what you were thinking when you were getting into high school. Because again, some kids I talk to are like, I didn't even know I wanted to wrestle in college. I was just wrestling, and then they like start to you know have success, and then wrestling becomes their thing. But so I'm just trying to gauge where you were at.
So for me, going into high school, it's like, I mean, uh, I would say being JV wasn't even like an option in my
Right.
mind. Like
Right.
it's kind of you're going in there. It's like, obviously, like I want to be a four-time state champ.
Yeah.
I think uh, the standards are pretty high at Cleveland. Like we win. Uh, we never lost a dual meet my entire time there, and like even if we win the dual meet, it's like if we didn't wrestle
Mhm.
good or like wrestle the way we should have, then it's like we need to do better.
Right.
The standards are incredibly
Yeah.
high there, especially for the state of Tennessee. It's like we don't want to lose anywhere in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's like we don't want to get beat by anyone in the state of Tennessee, um, which is why a lot of time we would go outside the state to get more.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to lose to anyone anywhere.
Right.
But especially in Tennessee, and so like growing up in that middle school program, it's like you're with the high school guys a lot, and you see them and their success, and the coaches. It's the same coaches coaching you, and they're telling you like to be the. I mean, they're giving you every opportunity like to be successful,
Yeah.
and so you know, I went to my freshman year like I'm gonna be a state champ. I'm going to start and I'm going to win all 4 years. And of course, I mean, I ended up being a two-time state champ. I got fifth my freshman year, third my sophomore year, and then I took first my junior and senior year.
Yeah.
But I mean, uh, the standards only get higher, and it's like
Right.
you win a state championship, but uh, then it really starts because you go to Fargo and,
Yeah.
and you want to be a Fargo All-American,
Yeah.
and so I'd say that's something Cleveland does a really good job at is just always setting the standard higher and higher.
Mhm.
It's like, um, we're all going to Fargo and we all want to be all Americans.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. you know, that type of thinking is what allows you to have success at the next level is, pushing yourself against the best in the country. Being the best in your state is great, but there's 50 states.
Yeah.
So there's how many state champions? So like you need to push yourself and expand your room a little bit to see where you are in when it comes to those other states, Um, when you finished fifth, as a freshman, you said, I wanted to be a four-time state champ. Was that pretty devastating? Did it kind of, did you have some doubts about where you were at wrestling wise? Did you think like I should win it and I didn't? What am I doing? Like, what were those thoughts like if you can remember, falling short freshman and sophomore year, honestly?
Yeah. So I would say especially freshman year, I went in there. I mean, I had all the confidence in the world. I'm like, I mean, of course you still go. It's like your first year in the state tournament. You're a little nervous. You're like, you don't know what to
Yeah, sure.
expect. I mean, I had a pretty good season. I was just ready. I mean, I went in there thinking I'm gonna win, and I actually lost. I lost first round.
Wow.
Uh, my freshman year.
Wow.
I
So
lost. I lost
the four-time dream was over right
the
away.
four-time dream was over right away, which that guy actually ended up going to win it and wherever it was a good it was I mean I guess you could say it was humbling. It was just
Sure.
like I mean of course like after the match like okay would be a three-timer. I mean of course finish the tournament, but um I mean I wrestled the rest of that tournament with I mean you got to wrestle with the chip on your shoulders like all right I lost first round so now I got to come back. I mean it's I mean
It's pretty mature of a freshman to lose first round and come back and get fifth place, because of just the circumstances. And like you said, it's the first time. And how do you handle the emotions? You're only 14, so like there's just so much that goes on into that moment that kind of, I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd say once again, like my coaches like helped me. They're like, okay, I mean, next match, right?
Right.
And I would say, I mean, going to that match was that Conci, whatever, decide for third and fourth or fifth and sixth. Like
The Conti semi.
it was a bit of if I remember correctly, a bit of controversial match.
Yeah.
And I mean, that sucks losing that match, but I mean, looking back on my freshman year, I mean, taking fifth is probably good for me. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I knew I had more in me. Like,
How are your brothers doing at this time?
so
Since you had two
my
older ones,
freshman
did they
year,
set the bar?
yeah, Logan would have been a sophomore at that time. I think Logan won it that year. I mean, I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but I was always the least successful out of. I had Logan and Piper with me in my high school career, and
I
so
was gonna ask actually. That's sorry not to cut you up, but that you bring that up. I was gonna ask if you felt honestly in the shadow a little bit.
I would say, I mean, a little bit. I always had success, so like, and I was always, um, put up there. But I would say I was kind of in the shadow. Like I would always, I mean, it's actually kind of funny. Like my junior year when we all won it, like Logan Piper had already. I think Logan was already a two-timer at the time, or maybe it was a three-timer. It was my junior year, so yeah, he would have been a three-timer. And my sister won it again. She won all 4 years. Which she was always successful.
Yeah.
And then we all won it, and then they actually both got OW that tournament. So like we all won it, and then they got OW, and I mean honestly, I didn't mind it at all. I enjoyed watching them be successful, which is
Yeah.
what helped me. And Logan was honestly like the best training partner I could ask for on the team. He was my junior. I would say helped me improve probably the most. Logan was always a really good wrestler. Like he always had success at the highest level. Um,
About Landon.
Landon had a lot of success. I mean, when I was little, which he was
I was gonna ask
quite a bit older.
Okay.
So like we'd always go and watch him at state. He was a three-time finalist. He won it 1 year and then he got second the other 2 years. And so he always had success in
Yeah.
um the high school level, and he had some national success too. Uh, when he got to college, I think he went to NC State, um, and then wrestling just didn't end up working out for
Yeah.
him. So. he was a great wrestler, but
Mhm.
he also didn't have. So he went through a completely different program. He was
Oh,
never
right, he was at Murfreesboro.
he was never
Right.
he was never through he never went through Cleveland, which is what I credit with a lot
Right.
of my
He said that at
success,
the beginning.
so I mean what he did like with basically, uh my dad being his coach a lot of the time and like and all that, like he had a lot of success for the situations he put in.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Tennessee wrestling's not the strongest and he definitely had a lot of success.
Yeah. So yeah, now I mean, it seems like you have a good view of where you and Logan and Piper all landed in terms of success, and they may have been, accolade wise more successful, air quotes that whatever. But at the end of the day, you're all family, and you want
Yep.
everyone, to be good. But
Yeah, no.
I didn't know if there was just a time where you were like, man, I just want my due, selfishly, you know, um, and it's not a bad thing, but I didn't know if there was a time where you're like, man, I just wish I could have my moment. You know what I mean?
I mean, which I think that also helped me through my career. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I need to make a name for myself. Um,
Yeah,
like
of course.
all my siblings had success. Like we already had like our last name had some weight to it, and it's like I need to kind of make a name for myself, and so I mean that helped me with my training
Yeah.
and you know my work ethic, and it's what I attribute a lot. Like I always had something to chase.
Yeah.
I was never complacent.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
What was that junior year like then when Logan won it and you won it and Piper won it? I mean, the freaking trifecta. I mean, that
yeah,
had to be just I don't know, just as a family, as someone who was involved in it, just had to be just one of the best days ever.
yeah. So junior was probably one of the most, I would say, emotional years of my life. Like it was, I was cutting a lot of weight junior year.
Really? Why is
I
that?
uh I had just where I think I made a decision somewhere in there towards the middle of the season that the best weight class for me was like I think I started the year at I think the weight class was 175.
Yeah.
I was wrestling 175 at the beginning of the year, and then I think Logan was at 165, and for some reason I decided to go 157. Um,
So I was not expecting you to say 157, but when you said you were at 74 or
or
whatever,
maybe it's like
75,
70. I
and
forget
he
what
was
the
at
weight class was that year, but yeah, it's somewhere around there.
when you said he was at 65, I was like, wait a second, there's no weight class between the two. And then you
Yeah.
said 57. Wow. Okay.
So the best option. I mean, so definitely something I talked to my coaches about, and it's like
Okay.
for me, it helped me a lot. I mean, I'd say it strengthened my mentality a lot. I mean,
Sure.
that year was definitely rough. The weight cut was definitely rough, and so I was battling the scale a lot of the year,
Yeah.
and so just I had a lot of people that year helping me out. Like I had people helping me out with my weight, helping me out with my wrestling, and it was like I hadn't won a state championship yet, and so that year like I went in and I'm seeing them where I'm supposed to win, and it's but just going out and like actually doing it was one of the biggest deals in my life, and
Yeah.
and that was the last year that me, Logan, and Piper were all in high school together because
Right.
Logan was coming up here, and so I would say that was one of the best years, uh, wrestling wise, and just accomplishing that, like stepping on the scale for the last time, making weight.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it
What is
was.
that like stepping on the scale the last time? Were you just like, what did you weigh when you wrestled your state title match?
I was I was probably heavy. So I mean, how it works. So our state tournament, at least that year, was 2 days. So we had
Okay,
the
well,
we
you're
have
kind
the
of
we have
jamming
the
in there.
first day. You wrestle all the way through semis. The first day. So like I finished my semis match at like 8 o'clock at night or whatever.
Wow.
Um,
It's kind of
you
wild.
wrestle throughout the whole day.
That's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 3 matches. I may have had to buy like about 3 matches. I
Yeah.
think it's and I step on the scale like after my match, which I'm supposed to like after someone's match, if you win, you're supposed to go run over, take a picture for finals, like whatever, so they can do the walkout. My coach said, nope, don't take the picture, put on your sweats and like run for a little bit,
Mhm.
and then check weight. So like right after match, kept my sweat, like started running, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check weight, and I went and checked weight, and I was like 10 pounds over for for weigh-ins next day, which are at 7.
Oh
Um,
my
which the
god.
good thing about that is weigh-ins are at 7, and then the finals aren't until like 7 that night. So I mean, you weigh and you can go eat, but that night
Wow.
was definitely a test. I had my uncle and cousin coach me. Like I got a gym membership and like a day pass at a gym or whatever, and I ran sauna or whatever, whatever
Yeah.
that night, and it was definitely rough, like just counting this drops of sweat just to like make the time go by. Um, and then like waking up at like 5 in the morning the next morning, make sure
Where
I
were
was
you at?
awake.
That do you
So
remember?
that night, I think I went to bed around 2 or 3 over.
Okay.
And then I think I was able to sleep off like a poundish or a little bit. So I,
Okay.
I mean, I woke up like maybe a little bit over, and I went to the gym and I ran and I then walked for the rest of the time. And then, I mean, once you like check your weight and you're on weight, even before weigh-ins, it's just so much relief.
Yeah.
And it's like all I gotta do is just not do anything until weigh-ins, and then I can go and eat
Yeah.
and wrestle my state finals match.
Yeah.
Uh, so I mean, that stretch was definitely rough, but it helped me out so much.
Probably like 170 wrestling this kid. But hey, they might have been in the same boat, so
Actually, I think he bumped up a weight class. So I mean, I don't know. And throughout the years, so
Oh, that's funny.
yeah,
In hindsight, it's funny.
no,
Or
it
in the
is funny.
moment, it probably was.
Yeah, in the moment, it was it was pretty rough. But
So what was that? I want to ask about your senior year then, like wrestling with now you got a target on your back. I mean, did you feel that maybe people wrestled you differently or they just wanted to keep the match close? Uh, you know, that's I've had that conversation with people and they're like, yeah, some guys went out there definitely to just not freaking lose. Or you know what I mean? Like or to not they didn't try to win, but basically they just were like trying to keep it close.
yeah, I mean, so I would say my senior, um, yeah, like I said, I mean, I was ranked number one again, and I had a lot of confidence, and
And what weight were you at this year then?
175.
Okay.
So
So
good.
so all of a sudden
That
now
junior
you're
was the only year I ever wrestled a lower weight class than Logan ever since like elementary
yeah.
school. So I was always bigger than him. And so that senior year, I mean, I'd say at the Tennessee State tournament, like
Yeah.
your first couple rounds, I mean, there's some kids who, I mean, maybe don't wrestle, maybe just don't like believe at all that they can win. So
Sure.
I mean,
Of
like,
course, yeah.
uh, I mean, which is it's always like, dude, I mean, like, you never know. You always have a chance. Of course, I didn't think they had a chance because I you got to keep that mindset.
Right.
I mean, like, so the open rounds, and I would say, yeah, kind of those guys sometimes. I guess it depends on the guy, but like, yeah, like try to keep it close. I would say every year in the state final, or every year I was in the state finals, um, the match was close. Even if I felt like I dominated the match, the point wise is always close. Which I don't know if that's part of my mentality and the other guy's mentality, but it's like state finals. You can't lose. It's like you don't want to take a risk. I mean, in which I'm sure it's how it is for the for other guys, like even the semis and quarters, and it's like, all right, well, I mean, like this is it. I mean, this is what you've been training all year for, and it's kind of like, oh, I mean, I can't really take risk. I mean, I gotta keep it close, and then maybe get one score. I mean, score it. So I'd say a lot of those like big tournaments and like very important matches is why you see like such close scores, is because those guys are not maybe scared to take risks, but
Yeah.
just very conservative, which is why when you get a guy who's not afraid to take risk, and he's like good, like that's some of the most fun wrestling to watch. Some of the best, most successful guys I feel like are able to do that, just take risk in those moments,
Yeah.
and um,
And let the results be what they may.
yeah,
The whole time you're sitting here talking about this, like I'm imagining 125 this past year with Lilladall and McGowan. Like McGowan got beat on a stall call because like he wasn't like, but when I've never been in that moment, and so like I'm hearing you talk about being in that moment and like the score sometimes is closer than it should have been. Like if I would have wrestled him in a duel, it probably would have been a blowout. But just the moment of the finals, like unless you've been in there, it's hard to explain it, of
Yeah.
what it could do to you.
I would say, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's just, it's hard until you're in that spot, which I mean, like I've never been in NCAA finals either. But like in all the success I've had in like say the state finals or whatever, it's just, yeah, I mean, all my state finals classes matches were close. Even if you say you even wrestled a guy earlier in the year and you blow him out, like,
Right.
I mean, of course that your opponent's always coming out to win.
Right.
Like they're not in their head. They're hearing this like their opportunity. Like, I mean, uh, so and it's sometimes I would say hard to take a risk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then like the top guys, like I mean, you could even say Mitchell Westenbrick, like he's not afraid like to take. He just, I mean, he's such a great wrestler.
Right.
He just go out there and score. But like he's not afraid to try to score. I mean,
Right.
he's not.
He's
He
not
has
afraid to get scored on.
exactly. I mean, there's no scared. Oh, if I get taken down, no, this NCAA finals. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna wrestle the entire 7 minutes, 6 7 minutes, and leave it all on the mat.
Yeah.
Which is definitely something like I should probably work on. Work on is just having wrestling every match the same.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what makes some guys have a lot of success, and some guys have some, and some guys have maybe next to none. Is like flipping the switch from practice to a match. Like
Mhm.
it's tough.
And some guys have a lot of success, like just keeping matches close, and then boom, like
Hi.
yeah,
Hi.
just
Me.
you know what? We're gonna limit the scoring in the first second period,
Yep.
maybe in the beginning of third period, and then you know what? I'm gonna turn it on and like just go get a takedown, and which I mean that's worked for I mean a lot of people, but
Yeah, but you play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
and that's how you get. I mean that's how you can get upset too.
Exactly.
I mean like yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Um, so after you won your second title, I mean, you probably were already committed to the academy. Like, was there ever a thought to go somewhere else, almost to, in a way, um, how do I say this? Separate yourself from Logan?
Okay, yes, that's a great question. So, I would say a lot of that conversation going on in my head was when I was deciding, like, before I committed and like when I was deciding where to go, and I was like, do I really want to go to school with my brother?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like you said earlier, I've always kind of been, I mean, like not necessarily in the shadow, but like if if you're looking at like what other people are thinking, it's like, oh, he's just going to the same school as his brother, he's following his footsteps. It's like, uh, but something in my head I had to decide or think about is like, am I do what like what am I doing this for? Like,
Right.
am I have to think about like what's gonna be best for me
Yeah.
and like my career and like the best opportunity I can give myself. And so like yeah, sure, it's cool. My brother's also here, but I mean like that was definitely I would say in my decision making, it's kind of like, oh, I mean, I don't necessarily want to go to the same school as my brother just because that mindset. But then when you block out all the stuff, like just just following your brother or whatever, in which I mean I have a lot of respect for my brother. I just thought about myself,
Yeah.
and it was just kind of what you have to do in a situation like that. I mean, I decided Air Force was the best option for me.
Yeah.
And looking back at it now, honestly couldn't be more grateful. Like it's especially somewhere like here, it's such an advantage to have someone like a brother here. I mean, of course, I have 39 other guys on the team who are like brothers to me too, but like having blood, like Logan was able to help me. He came down, like I was talking about the IC breakouts during basic. He would come down at like 5 in the morning,
Really?
at the practices and say hey, like tell mom I'm doing good, you know. A place like this is like really where like a relationship like that can thrive. And so like I don't regret it at all. I actually think it was probably the best option for me to have a brother like here too.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it at first and it's like, oh, I mean,
Yeah, from the outside, yeah. Logan went there. They were package deal type thing. Like, you could say whatever you want. But
Yeah.
I just, was curious. Did you have other thoughts about going somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean, I was
Even if
looking
they
at
weren't
some other
serious,
place.
you
I
know?
mean, yeah, I had
Like Tennessee, Chattanooga. I mean, crying out loud, it's right
yeah.
there.
I mean, of course, I thought about that, like staying close to home is like uh all those schools and um I mean, I don't even know, like just whenever I think I ended up deciding I was like I ended up making decisions like, do I want to go to service academy or do I want to go to a normal school?
Yeah.
And so like I wrote on like a pro and con board, like
Okay.
what's gonna be best for me and
Yeah.
like and shape for me, which honestly at that time I didn't even know what all the service academy entailed.
Right.
But I ended up coming to a decision and I mean I'm grateful I came to that decision
Yeah.
and it ended up being so great for me. But what was I gonna say?
Like what other schools may have you been looking at during this process?
So I was definitely looking at UTC. I was looking at UVU. That's right about around the time when Adam Hall
Yeah.
was coming
Announced as a
in.
coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was talking to them. Uh, I was also looking at like Cornell, like another school, like an Ivy League school.
Wow.
Um,
Not Cornell College.
no, like Cornell University.
But if
Uh,
Cornell College would have called, you would have looked at them.
yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, Coach Hall. Yeah. And then like some other in-state schools. I mean, like Appalachian State and stuff. And honestly, like
Those are all good options.
yeah, and I would say I committed pretty early. I mean, I committed my junior year.
Something I found out you kind of have to, not have to, but like if you're gonna come here to the academy, you have to. Like you can't be midway through your senior year and be like, I'm gonna come to the academy. Like it's too late.
Yeah, I mean that's something else. Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. Like during my like it's a long application process. You fill out a bunch of paperwork and stuff.
How long is it?
I mean, it took me a couple. You can knock it out pretty fast, but it takes you a couple months, and you have to like send stuff to like senators
Yeah.
and
Who's your
stuff.
senator person that? Because yeah, what to do? You
So
have to send it
do
to
you
your
have,
senator.
I sent it to yeah, you send it to senator, and you can also send it to congressman. You have to get a nomination, and so like I sent it to like three people, like
What do you say in this letter?
usually there's like stuff you fill out, like they give you like essay prompts, and there's a bunch of like information stuff you had to send out, like your transcripts
Yeah.
and all this other stuff, and you end up going to an interview with them. Like in like
Oh,
mine at least was in person. I know some people have like it online, but you meet with this person in real life or like a board of people
my God.
that are in charge of this process
Yeah.
of getting into the service academy. And like I said, like in these interviews, I would even get asked questions like, "Oh, your brother goes here. Are you just going here because uh to just are you just following your brother?" And it's
Yeah.
like it's something you have to just think you have to be like, "Oh no, I'm here. I'm coming here. I want to come here for myself." Like become the best version of myself.
Right.
Anyways, and so like it's a long process. You fill out a bunch of paperwork, and the Coach Hallman helped a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
he sends you the right stuff you need to fill out. And my mom was definitely. She says Logan did a better job at filling it out. Like she said I waited kind of last second to fill out a lot of stuff, but I felt like I did it with plenty of time. You used to go to like medical appointments with like designated doctors. So like the closest one to me was in Alabama.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
How far?
A couple hours. I can't remember exactly, but
Still, I mean,
yeah,
for a doctor's appointment.
exactly. And it's just like
So they send you. You have to go to specific. Like you can't just go to your general physician doctor.
they had to be like certified. Like
Wow,
the
I
government,
didn't
the
know that.
Air Force Academy has to trust them basically.
Yeah.
And then so you fill all this medical stuff, and then like I even got a like follow up email about my ears. Like I had to send them pictures of my ears with because I had cauliflower ear,
Mhm.
and like with a what's it called, like a ear stop or a earplug. Send a picture of my ear with the earplug in.
Really?
Yeah, just to make sure like I could hear fine. Like you have eye tests you go to and all these interviews and stuff, and you just get like recommendations from your teachers or like other prominent figures
Holy cow!
that know you.
I mean, I kind of knew some of this stuff, but I didn't know all of this stuff. That's at any point during like I'm just looking at it from a recruit. At any point during the process, you could just be like, "No, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want
Yeah.
to do it." No.
Yeah, you definitely get to it, and it's like, oh man, I gotta do some.
You got to
I mean,
do
like
what else, man.
you're doing homework, and then you got to go do like your application
Yeah.
stuff, and it's a lot of stuff. Like my when I was talking to my sister, she's like, oh yeah, I just had to
Yep.
press a button. You know,
Yep.
like
Had to fill this thing out online because she's at William Penn,
yeah,
right? Yeah. She just had to fill the application out online, send it off, boom,
yeah. No, and then I had
send
to,
transcripts.
and then I had to like leave people for like investigators to like we'll go to like my house and then go to my neighbor's house and like ask about me and stuff, make sure I'm like legitimate. I don't know, you know,
Wow.
like security stuff. It's a lot. It's not they all give it out to you, like you know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of
This sounds intimidating, but like I'm sure you just kind of knock it out a
yeah,
little at a time and it's not as bad.
yeah.
But like,
It's not all at once.
right.
It's like you go through this web process and you fill it out and it's like tells you, okay, go to this doctor or whatever and fill out
Yeah.
your health stuff and then, you know, all this stuff. And then once you get like I actually got my
Were you ever concerned that you weren't going to get accepted?
you know, s-
Because that's
s-
the other thing I'm thinking about. Like you're doing all this stuff, and I'm sure Coach Howman does a great job of almost being upfront and being like, "We're not gonna let you go through the process if we know you're not gonna get in."
yeah.
But still,
I mean, the coaches knowing someone like here definitely helps. Like
true.
knowing the coaches, they can kind of fight for you on this side. But it's definitely like a hard school to get into.
Hmm.
First of all, especially with all the stuff that you can't just be like athlete. You also have to like pass all the like security checks and stuff. And
And what was your GPA? I mean,
I got 1B my entire year or 1B in high school, and well I had like a 3 point whatever. We didn't have
geez.
like
So
weighted
there's
GPA.
another thing that you were a little bit below Logan in.
Yeah, he had a 4.0.
Oh my
I
gosh,
got I guess I mean,
you just got all of it,
but
didn't
you know
you?
what? Like
Except for the looks, right?
it was a class that Logan didn't take. So like it was an AP class that Logan didn't take. So you
Okay.
know, I was in a lot of AP classes, so
Yeah.
which helped me, and I had a decent ACT score.
Yeah.
And it's like when I was talking, and they talk to you about going to, like the prep school
Yeah.
or
For sure.
direct, and like ended up going direct. So they definitely help you, especially
Yeah.
if you're being an athlete. It's a big, it's a, it's a lot of help, you
Yeah.
know, to get in here.
So you probably have a sense of along the way, like, okay, I'm gonna get in
Yeah,
if I.
yeah, they'll definitely help if
It's
you're
not like you
struggling,
get all the way done and they go, sorry, no, not
which
gonna
I
happen.
mean, which that can happen.
Sure.
Like I mean, I've heard stories like guys who, I mean, oh, like they're gonna go say to the Naval Academy and like whatever, blah blah blah, and it's like, oh yeah, come, and then oh, you have a like nut allergy, you can't come. I mean,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. Like, I mean, if you're allergic to nuts, you
Yeah.
know, um,
Asthma is another one that I've kind of been
yeah, if you have,
like that could be tricky to get in.
yeah. So I mean, obviously, don't lie on your health stuff, but just, I mean, yeah, never mind.
No, I know what you mean. Like there are things that will disqualify
Yeah.
you, that you don't really think about or consider because, but when it comes to an academy, like unfortunately that stuff, yeah, that could disqualify you.
Yeah.
Um, I want to ask you also, because what I've been trying to do as the director of ops here is like kind of a little bit de- like um tear down the stigma that you guys are just straight laced and you walk in the straight line and you're always getting yelled at and you're just so serious all the time. And so like part of me, obviously that's true. Okay. Like there's a reason why you guys are here, and not just at any other public university is because there's more structure here. But you guys have fun too. You guys are just 18-year-old college kids. So like, I guess my question is in a roundabout way is what is a stigma or two that you thought or preconceived notion you had of the academy? And you had Logan obviously to talk to about it, but when you got here, you were like, oh, I thought it was going to be like this. And it's not. Like, it's way more chill, or it's completely different. Like, is there something that comes to mind that
Uh,
you thought it was going to be and it's actually the exact opposite? And you're like, well, that's cool.
I mean, kind of what you said, like being serious all the time. I mean, there's definitely times to be like serious. I would say, uh, yeah, we'll say just, I mean, the stigma that you have to be like serious all the time and that you have to be, you know, like you can't maybe have fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Like you have to wear your uniform all the time when you're walking around campus. Like there are days, I think there are times where you have to do that, and right, you have to walk on the certain.
strips.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And which a lot of that stuff is just your freshman year, which I mean is something everyone goes through. But I don't think what people realize is like there are a lot of times when you can just have fun and uh, I mean maybe like goof off a little bit. It's not as serious uh, as maybe people think. There's plenty of times where you can just goof off. I'd say
And just be a normal college student, right?
yeah, yeah. I don't even know how to put it. I mean, it's just we have fun. I mean, and I would say it makes the fun times more fun whenever
True.
because
True.
when
True.
when you're yeah when you're in uniform, like just going out, and it makes the fun times more fun, I would say.
Yeah. It's probably a different kind of fun. Like when you look at a public university, their fun may be going to the bars
Mhm.
or, going to frat house, whatever. Like people at public universities don't just party. So I don't want to make it seem like
Yeah,
they just party, but like they can go wherever they want, whenever they want, is what I'm getting at. Whereas you guys need to do like an SEA and
yeah,
but
to get off base. I
yeah,
mean, I would say like for me at least, like just coming to practice is fun. Like I'd say for maybe some other schools, which I don't know for sure, but like maybe coming to practice is like it's like a chore. It's like a clock in, clock out. Like it's time to wrestle. Like yeah, like classes and stuff. But I mean everything's structured here. So like when you come down to practice, it's like man, I'm doing what I love.
yeah,
Like this is part of the reason I came here is to wrestle for the Air Force Academy.
yeah.
And so it's like oh dude, I get to do this with a bunch of dudes who want to do it too. And it's like we can have some fun. And it's like and then we can go out. We can go to Top Golf. So it's
Yeah.
just stuff like that. I mean,
Go
it's
to
it's
Top Golf.
it's an
You
instant.
come to Top Golf?
I love Top
Oh,
Golf.
okay.
It's one of my favorite places to go to.
How many SCAs do you get? First off, what is an SCA? I kind of know what it is, but
So an SCA is it's basically uh it's something like say the coaches will have to put in like if we are going to a wrestling tournament, they have to like send it up through a board that then reviews it. And it's like, okay, these guys are ICs, which are athletes at the Air Force Academy, and they need to go compete here. And so they're like, all right, we're gonna allow you guys to leave without I mean, it's basically leaving without using a pass. So like for us to leave base, we get a certain
to
amount
go
of
to Top Golf. So you're going to Top Golf.
I'm going to Topgolf.
Yeah.
I have to go on my app or whatever. I have to sign off. I have a certain amount of passes every month.
How many?
So it depends on your class year
Oh,
and
okay.
like what if you're on basically if you have good grades or like
Right.
good are on any
Good
list.
standing.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And so you like freshmen probably get the least. I get like I get 2 day passes every month, which can stack to a maximum four, and then like a 4 hour pass, 1 4 hour pass, and then like a sat pass, which is like something you get every week for so you can go to church. It's like
Yeah.
spiritual pass church
Yeah.
or like whatever. And so an essay is just something that bypasses that, so you don't have to use your personal like leave
Yeah.
passes to go off base because it's like a business trip. It's
Right.
like you're going
So you can only leave twice per month. Non. You said you get two
twice
passes
for
a
the whole
month.
day. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, twice for the whole day.
Yes, those day pass. There's two
Whoa, okay.
2 day passes,
How long is
which
the day pass? Like, can you leave for like? Is the day pass like a 2 hour day pass, or is it like a 4 hour?
so the day pass is for all day, which you can't just use it's for all day, but usually like say you wanted to leave base on Saturday,
Yeah.
you could use it Saturday morning and you wouldn't have to come back until uh on Saturday like taps is like when you're supposed to be in your quarters or whatever
Yeah.
leaving is like 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So like you could use it from like Saturday morning to 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
If you want to do like an overnight pass, you'd have to use 2 of the day passes, and so you could sleep somewhere else
Yeah.
off base on Saturday. But that's the day pass. And the 4 hour pass, pretty
Yeah.
self-explanatory. 4 hours you can be off base,
Yeah.
and just so they keep track. I mean,
Yeah. The way I've been kind of looking at it is like because of because of the military, the academy, and the sports, like all those responsibilities, that's part of the reason why it's so structured here is because like without having it structured almost for you, it it almost would be I don't want to say impossible, but like next to impossible for just an 18-year-old kid to come to the academy and be like, all right, you got all this stuff you got to do, figure it out, and like they almost build in the time management for you. So that's the way I kind of look at it a little bit. Is that fair to say or not?
I would say that's pretty fair because if you're especially if you're an athlete, I mean, you're balancing three different things. It's like school, um, uh, school, military, and then athletics.
And also personal life too. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, and then like your personal life. So the way they structure it is like, yeah, you can. They keep it so that you can. Yeah, because if you didn't have a schedule, like you basically your day scheduled out, you'd be like, oh, when are we doing like when are we supposed to do our military stuff?
right,
Like when are like it almost wouldn't work. I
right.
mean, like in our school stuff, because I mean that's just how it works here. Like you have all the stuff you have to get done, and so uh and then still maybe just be able to have a little bit of personal time. So
Yeah. Um, as we wrap up here, I want to ask a little bit about just some stuff because I know it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like, so like when you get to doing difficult things here, how do you, sort of stay the course and not fall into, like just not a manic state, but like how do you stay the course? Like things get tough here, times get tough, you know. So how do you stay positive and just push through the tough days, when you have to go to water aerobics or not water aerobics, but like water survival,
so
come to practice. You got all this stuff going on. Like, how do you just keep putting one foot in front of the other? Basically, is what I'm asking.
so for me personally, like what I would say is something I've struggled with probably the most is just uh I would say the academic side, like it's the classes are tough and it's like a lot of time commitment. And like some weeks you'll have like we talked about GRs earlier.
Yeah.
Some weeks you'll have multiple GRs, and like some of those are 6:30 in the morning, and some of them are that's the common GR period. So just balancing like all that, and then like you go to school, you come to practice, and then you go and do 3 or 4 hours of schoolwork. Um, I'd say that's probably the hardest part for me is just like managing that and keeping like good grades and just being able to do uh and have a life. And I would say something that helps is just a lot of like the people here, like the guys on the wrestling team and the people in your squad, um just having people that you can kind of rely on, but like the people here are like are a lot of people are here to help you, like even your teachers, they're always there for like extra instruction. So I think just being able to rely on other people is probably the biggest most important thing,
That's
to
hard for people. That can be hard.
it
Like
is,
that's
yeah.
that's been hard for me in the past.
Yes, and it's hard for a lot, especially a lot of people who come here, like have had a lot of success in high school
Mhm.
and like with academics and stuff, and haven't had to ask for a lot of help. And so being able to um, ask for help and rely on some other people um, is probably the biggest key to success. Which
Yeah.
is it's a little bit of a like first semester just adjustment.
Yeah.
Um, and so just being able to have people who can help me study and help me balance all this stuff, and in the wrestling room,
Yeah.
it's that's probably I would say the number one best way to get through this place.
Yeah. Lastly, here we just wrapped up your freshman year of wrestling season. Kind of just give me a brief rundown of how you think it went and sort of what you're looking at in the future as you continue your next 3 years here, battling
So
battling for a lineup spot.
so I was definitely happy with this first year. Of course, I came in like I want to start, but it didn't work out that way this year. And this year it was an adjustment year,
Yeah.
going through everything. And I would say for my development, this year was great. So like I feel like I'm on track to cracking that lineup spot and getting there. And uh, I think
Well, you work hard.
yeah,
Like that's noticeable. Like I'm not just saying that just
hey,
just because, but like
yeah. And so I mean, yeah, that's one thing you just have to get your priorities straight. And like that's one thing I feel like I've been able to do this year is I had success at we were able to I was able to go to some opens
you want it
this
open.
year. I did win an open, and I was able to have some success even if it was just I mean at these opens, like I was able to get the at least introduction to college wrestling.
Sure.
And so which is a big adjustment going from high school to college. I mean, like every guy in the wrestling room, like going a high school practice versus college practice, everyone in the wrestling room is good wrestling. Everyone in the wrestling room has made it to where you are right now.
Yeah.
And so just that adjustment of being, going from one of the best guys in the room to, just a guy in the room is a big adjustment. And so I'm happy with this freshman year, and I think I have, I mean, a lot to grow, but I feel like I've grown a lot over just this past year, and so I'm excited for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this secondary season, some freestyle and Greco
Yeah.
to help develop, and I think that's where a lot of the gap is reached is in the off season. So
Yeah.
so it's just begun. So like I finished my freshman year, but it's not over yet.
Right. You drop into 174?
That's a good question. That's uh that knowledge will come. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I could say there's a good chance I could be at 74
Yeah.
this year.
We'll see. Yeah. Last question for you here. We did talk a little bit about like what it takes, like mentality wise, when things are getting tough. So what do you do when you get a little downtime to just reset, just take your mind off of things and just be Cy Fowler like for an hour or whenever you get time? You know what I mean? Like you're just so jam packed with stuff that when you get just a moment to just do whatever you want and just reset, what do you turn to do?
So I'm able to do that in the wrestling room a little bit, but then I'll say
Yeah.
like outside the wrestling room.
Yeah.
Like going to Topgolf first of all is I like to do that. Even though I would say, I mean, I don't get off base much, but I will say the number one way I kind of just relax and be me is playing Rocket League.
Right. Okay.
I
thought you were gonna say Clash of Clans, but maybe that's your brother. Or Clash of Titans. Okay.
he's a big
Clash
Clash
Royale?
Royale guy.
Clash Royale. Okay.
Yeah, no, I would say I
Rocket.
spend my free time on Rocket League.
Xbox to
And
PlayStation.
I actually just got a PC
PC.
for the first time. Like I've always been an Xbox
Yeah.
user, and I got a PC, and so that was great.
Yeah.
I'm having troubles with it right now, with Wi-Fi and stuff, but we're working on it so I can
Yeah.
get back on the Rocket League grind.
So that's what you like to do?
Yep.
Just chill in Rocket League?
I mean, yeah, got to stay on top of the Rocket League leaderboard for the team. So,
Is anyone close to you? Anyone nipping at the heels?
Not right now. No. I still have a bit of a gap, skill gap, but
how many guys play Rocket League on the team?
Quite a few. I mean, we have.
Okay.
I can name off a couple. Logan plays. Brian plays. EJ, Ethan, Josh, Josh Cordio.
Yeah.
I think Nico plays. I think Sebastian plays.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, quite a few
Look at
guys
that.
on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a few. We got, and it's lonely at the top, but I'm always there to help them out, even if I have to sacrifice my own rank.
Thanks again for listening to this episode of the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. Special thanks to my guest, Cy Fowler, for taking the time to sit down and chat with me. Cover art created and designed by Kristen Gill. Please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. You can also check me out on YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook page to hear more of my content. And don't forget, check out my website, Let's Talk Wrestling Podcast.my.canva.site. And as always, be sure to tune in to hear the next guest of the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. Take care. See you next time.